Hi, welcome to Just Common Sense. My name's Brian Harrison. So I'm going to say something right now. Joe Biden is the worst president in U.S. history. Again, Joe Biden is the worst president in U.S. history. The reason why I'm saying this is many reasons. First of all, I went to go get gas today. It went up 39 cents today. 39 cents at the gas station I was at only 2 days ago. Inflation's going through the roof. We've got cargo boats sitting out on the coast of California. Cargo ships, I should say, sitting out there on the coast of California. Why isn't Joe mentioning this? Why isn't this being handled? Why? Who's in charge of the White House? Who's running this country right now? Certainly not him. Certainly not him at all. He ends up taking 4 days of work, maybe 5, leaving around 4 o'clock, and then going to the beach on the weekends, doing his vacation, weekend vacation, wherever the case may be. But with this stuff going on throughout the country right now, he should be doing his job. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about inflation. It's going through the roof. You go buy food. First of all, grocery shelves are getting empty. You can't find a lot of food now. Prices are going through the roof. What do you think this is going to do when it comes to Thanksgiving? First of all, Thanksgiving Day, the week of Thanksgiving, we're all going to go out. We're going to try to buy food. Prices are going to be up. Some families out there are not going to be able to afford a big turkey. They're going to have to go to a smaller turkey if it's even available. This is sad. Of course, Joe Biden will be up there eating his turkey. And the rest of the radical left up there. Also, gas prices. I said it. I said it months ago in the video. I said it. Go back, look at it. Gas prices are going to go up, up, up. And I said it. He shut those pipelines down. He stopped those from, I should say, from being built. Guess what? It's happening. And this is just the start. Again, this is just the start. I have never seen a president disliked, in some cases hated, throughout this country. I know some of you out there who don't have half a brain came back and said, Donald Trump. No, that's not the case. Listen to colleges right now across the country. College stadiums going, and I hate the word, but I'm going to say the F Joe Biden word. That's what's going on in stadiums. It's also going on at sporting events like car races. Many other places is starting to happen. You know why this is happening? Because Joe Biden and the rest of the radical left, which includes Kamala Harris up there, they are running this country just beyond socialism. It's almost like they want to run it like a communist country. It's exactly right. Look what's going on. Wants to force vaccines on everybody. Oh, yeah, that's another thing we can talk about. Forcing vaccines on everybody. Look, guys, I do want to talk about that right now. Forcing vaccines. Let's talk about it right now. Southwest Airlines cancels 1,800 flights. That is 1,800 flights. That is a lot of flights being canceled. Now, they said it was based on bad weather. How many flights get canceled? How do you lose 1,800 flights, I should say? Seriously. When it's the bad weather. Where's the bad weather? Florida doesn't have any bad weather going on right now. Texas has a little bit. There's some places they have a little bit of bad weather going on right now. But again, The truth of the matter is what we're getting reports on, it's got to do with this vaccine mandate. They're trying to force vaccines on these people that work for this airline. So they're walking. Well, guess what? I'm going to say it. Everybody out there, if they're going to try to force vaccines on you, do your job. Stand up, do the right thing, and walk. Again, stand up, do the right thing, and walk. They cannot force vaccines on you. It's not right. It's completely wrong. It's not constitutional at all. Just like I've said, you don't need to show a vaccine card. I don't believe in showing vaccine cards at all. Now, there's many other things going on out there right now. Let's talk about the worst thing going on, and I've mentioned it so many times, the border. It's a nightmare down there. Joe Biden's not doing anything about it. Kamala Harris hasn't been down there at all. That's her job. She's in charge of this. So she is the one to blame on this, too. Goes right back at her. Not doing a great job at all. You know, guys, we have never seen this country like this. You know, I talk to people all the time, and we all do. And we're like, what's going to happen next? Everybody's saying this. Why are we saying this? This has never, in my history, ever been the case. We have never seen anything like this. Sure, you could blame it on COVID. Dr. Fauci is the one apparently saying, oh, we can take our kids out for trick-or-treating. What gives this guy the right? Again, what gives this guy the right to think he is actually in control of this country, of what's going on? He's a doctor. That's it. That's all he is. He wants to be up there. He wants to be in politics. Sure enough, CNN puts him out there all the time. So does WRAL. But again, guys, wake up to the fact that this is going on right now. You need to be a leader. And for the followers out there, you need, as a leader, you need to go get these followers out there. And where I'm going with this is get these followers out there, just like this airline's doing right now, and say, follow me, let's go, let's walk. They're not going to force this stuff on us. It's your choice. I'm not against vaccines at all, but I am against forcing them upon all these individuals. It's not right. And just like I said, they're trying to take vaccinated people, non-vaccinated people. Guess what? You're different. You're different. You're bad. Non-vaccinated people, you're bad. Kind of like racism, isn't it? Absolutely. There's a lot going on out there, a lot more than just that. I mean, we've talked about so many things over the last couple months, and it's all coming true. I know Trump said this a long time ago, and he was right on this. He said this was going to happen. He's very sharp. He was right. Definitely happening, everything he said. You know, you see all these rallies going on with him right now. People are excited. They're happy about that. But again, this administration there right now tries to blame it on the past. They've been in there 9 months. It is time to take over, Joe. Have you? No. You've failed. You've failed. So, my opinion is right now, with the polls the way they're going, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and many others up there should probably just go ahead and step down. That or be impeached. When you're not doing your job, guess what? You get fired. And you're not doing your job. So, guys, go to my website again, www.just-commonsense.com. Again, www.just-commonsense.com. I've been out of it for the last couple days. I had a lot going on. I'm going to try to get back on here a lot more. I'm actually been working on, believe it or not, my Halloween stuff because I am a big Halloween person and Christmas as well. So, of course, first year I decided I am not going to decorate the house. Guess what? It never fails to happen when everybody out there on Facebook goes, go ahead, decorate, please. Our kids are looking forward to it. I go all out when it comes to decorations for Halloween and Christmas both. It's a lot of fun. Definitely take your kids out. Go trick-or-treating. Get out. Have some fun. I want to say this. I was in a restaurant just a couple days ago. And I always say this. Respect COVID. Know it's out there. But again, this person at the restaurant had their mask on. Not kidding you. Taking a straw, putting it under the mask, and drinking under the mask. Taking the mask, slipping it down to put food in her mouth, and covering her face right back up while she's chewing the food. That is a point where you're terrified. And if you're that terrified, it's going to react on your nerves, your health. Guess what it's also going to do? Your immune system's going to drop because of your anxieties. Guess who's going to get COVID then? Because you were doing this. So there's a lot going on right now out there, and we hear about it all the time. Guys, I definitely would love for you to give me some feedback. Tell me what you want to talk about. My podcast is still going crazy, so that's good. Now, I saw something I'm super excited about on top of this. Guess what? Captain Kirk is going to outer space on Wednesday. I'm excited about this. Yes, Bill Shatner is going to outer space on Wednesday. I am going to watch that. I hope he gets up there and he says, I really want him to get up there and say, Con! I'm sure he'll do some things up there like that. I would love to see that. So we'll see. But that is really exciting news. I'm a big Trekkie. I'm a big Star Wars fan. So that being said, just one thing I wanted to point out positive in all this and negativity out there that we're seeing. There's so much going on out there right now that it is just absolutely crazy. I mean, we see Taiwan right now with, literally hundreds of planes flying over it from China, threatening them. Again, the administration up there is not saying a word about it. Not one word. Why not? A real president would have handled that and talked about that right away and tried to stop it. A real president would have handled this with the boats out there, the ships, I should say, out there on the California coast, because they're short of people, of dock workers, I should say. They're short of dock workers. A real president would have handled that. A real president would handle things like what's going on with gas prices. A real president would have handled what's going on with COVID. He's failing on that as well. COVID numbers are dropping. I said this was going to happen a long time ago because I've spoken to doctors. I said that it was going to go up and then it's going to come down. Guess what? Hospitals aren't packed anymore. That's just true. Delta variant wasn't as deadly. Still nothing to fool with, but still. A real president would have handled inflation. A real president would not have tried to get this big spending spree that he's doing right now and trying to get things passed. Well, this falls back on the House, too. Not doing their job up there. The Senate stopped it so far, kind of back and forth on a few things. They're going through a few things with that. Mitch McConnell. Again, he's like a turtle in a shell. When something happens, he's scared. He pops in a shell. Time for Mitch McConnell to step down, too. He's not doing a good job. He should do the right thing. He should do his job. Fight for the American people. Just do the right thing. A real president would know what's going on with his or her polls. Whoever president may be. Which obviously is Joe Biden, which I don't even think he knows what's going on with the polls. They are way low, especially in Virginia. A real president would see what's going on out there right now with actors who were all for him at one time, politicians that were for him, and now are talking against him. And one last thing, a real president would step down if he is not doing his job right. That goes for the vice president as well. Guys, that's all I'm going to say about that part right now. It's sad. It's a disgrace what's happening. And it's going to get worse. Oh, also, chip shortages are going crazy right now. I just heard more news about it. It's hard to get chips. Christmas is going to be tough this year because of this. Electronics are going to be very tough. Other things are going to be tough because you have to have chips to operate machines, to build cars, to build, believe it or not, clothes, things like that as well. You've got machinery that runs all this stuff, and there are chips in all these machines. I have to get my one last dig in. A real president would handle that as well and talk about it. Not happening. So, guys, I haven't been on here, like I said, in a while because there's not been a lot to talk about. I've been watching. It feels like it's the same thing every day, except getting worse every day. You've got violence going on right now. I saw New York, there's a lot of violence going on. It's getting worse. Saw a lady that was getting punched, an elderly lady, by an individual in the face. This elderly lady was in her late 70s. And guess what? Nobody on the street was doing anything about it. Not one person. It's uncalled for. First of all, you need to call the cops. Second of all, if there's quite a few people out there in the street, you need to pull together, go get this, and stop that. People should not be hit at all. Also, let's talk about what's going on in schools right now. The FBI says, oh my gosh, if we say anything about our children in schools, you can get in trouble for that. You can't speak back to the school board. Well, guess what? That's not true. I don't care what the FBI says about that. They have no authority there. When it comes to your kids, you have the authority. So speak back. Definitely speak back. And those are your kids, or pull them out of school and give them private classes. Let these schools go out of business if that's the case. Definitely pull your kids out and put them in private classes. Private schooling, I should say. Guys, give me your feedback again on this. www.just-the-markcommonsense.com. Check out my podcast. Check out my YouTube channel as well. Please subscribe, share. I'm also on TikTok right now. They haven't removed me yet. Surprised. So I'm out there as well. There's a lot of cool stuff going on out there as far as trying to get away from all this negative. And that's part of why I haven't been on either, because I had to pull myself away from it. I get wrapped up in it. I get angry. I get upset over it. And we all do. Like I said, negative people, negativity feeds more negative. Positive people, that's what you need to hang around. You need to hang around positive people. Be positive. Look at life. And look at the good things out there, what's going on right now. And there's not a lot. But you can look at good things out there. And just avoid some of that stuff. But definitely stand up for your rights. Definitely stand up for your rights and do the right thing. I'm not saying get out there and fight and be violent. Don't do that. But there's ways of doing it. Like I said, you see what the airlines are doing right now. So, and last but least, I love what's going on in Texas right now. Governor out there says they are not going to make people have mandates where they have to get vaccinated. They are going against that. So is the governor of Florida, obviously. So good governors out there. A lot of Republican governors doing the right thing. We've got these, Democratic governors not doing the right thing. The policies are failing. Their states are falling apart. There's crime in these states more than anywhere else. So we've got a lot of things out there you got to focus on, and definitely focus on it and get the word out there. Okay, guys, I am out of here. I am going to go ahead and get out of here right now. So definitely check out my web page. Go to my email. Tell me what you think. Go to my YouTube. Share, subscribe. Please do that. And tell me what I can do for you guys. All right. As always, I want to thank you to our law enforcement, everything you guys do out there right now. You guys are going through a lot. We know crime's getting tough. We know they're talking about defunding the police more. We know a lot's going on out there, especially with the police force. Guys, I love you. I love for everything you guys are doing out there right now, and I support you. Also, I want to definitely thank our military out there right now. You guys have been through a lot. You guys do a great job. I'm proud of you. Definitely very proud of you. And I'm sorry you have to see these people kneel to the American flag in these stadiums because the owners of these football teams don't have the guts to stand up against their own players and say, enough is enough. Again, they don't have the guts to stand up against their players and say, hey, I don't care how good you play. I own this team. This is the way it's going to be done. Period. You don't like it? Walk. That's exactly what should be done. And when it comes to any of these sports activities, any of them. So all I got to say is when they do that, they're spitting in the military's face by doing that. All right. Also want to thank our healthcare workers right now, first responders. You guys are doing a great job. We know you're going through a lot. Things are getting better. I've talked to quite a few of you. I know a lot of people are walking out of hospitals right now because of being pushed into these vaccines right now. But again, that's your choice. Fine. You know where I am with this. Also, I do want to thank our farmers right now. You guys are going through a lot right now. We see what's happening with beef. It's going way up in price right now. If it's not that, it's vegetables. It's many things going up in price right now. Why? Because they're weak up there. They won't do their job. Sorry about it. Sorry you have to deal with some weak people that's running this country right now. Also, definitely want to thank our truck drivers right now. Look, we see what's going on in California right now. Can't get people to go out there with trucks, and we just don't have enough people to go out there right now. They don't have enough people that are working out there right now. We see what's going on in restaurants right now. I mean, my gosh. Signs up everywhere. We're hiring. We're going to pay bonuses, sign-on bonuses just to come aboard. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. This is what this administration has done. They have failed. They have failed you as the American people. They have failed all of us. And they're continuing to do so. So, guys, just want to thank everybody out there for all you do, for all the ones that are working out there and doing your job, because that's what this country is based on. People working, people doing their job. Thanks, guys. And again, God bless you. God bless America. And thank you. And have a great, great night. And I will see you out there soon. Take care.